Let's start with functions and take a look at this function, start. When writing a function, remember that functions start with the returned type of the function at the beginning, void in this case, followed by the name of the function, start, and then the parameters in parentheses. We also have curly brackets here, which surrounding the block of code for this function. Functions can do calculations and then return a value. You can ask a function to do something, process the information, and then return an answer. If you use the type void, just like we have here, then they're not returning anything. This is the function. Let's go inside it and type print. That means we use the function print inside the function start. Alright, and you see that the program, it's not Unity, it's the Visual Studio. It helps us to write our code. So I was typing print and you see it show me print. Alright, now let's open parentheses and type hello guys. Alright, and don't forget about semicolon. They are necessary. Alright, so save. And now I expect to see hello guys when I start my game, right? No. Right now our script is not connected with any objects and it will not work. So it's just a script in our folder. You should connect script with particular objects. In my case, I can simply drag and drop it. For example, let's connect it with our camera, like this. Alright, now we see the script component here, and the name is test. Now to see this hello guys, we need to open console here and start our game. Go back to console and you see hello guys. All right, and I think I better delete the animation. Move component. Okay, so the function start works when the object, in my case it is the camera because I have added the script to the camera. When the object is created in the very beginning. The object was created and we saw hello guys here. But there is one function which works before the start function. It is called awake. Let's type it. First of all, returning type, void. Then the name of the function, awake. All right, and do the same thing. Print. My game is awesome. All right, save it. Go back to Unity. Go to the playing mode. Console. All right, and we see that the first message we have is my game is awesome, which is inside the awake function, and after that we have hello guys, which is inside the start function. But the start function and awake function, they work only once. For example, start works only when the game starts. So we see our text only once. In most cases, we need the update function. because this function gets called every frame. And thanks for that, we, for example, can move an object every frame. For example, let's create a variable inside our class. Don't forget, you see this bracket here inside it. Let's create a variable I, which is a number. And we need to type int if we'd like to declare a variable which is an integer, like a whole number, like 2, 5, 1, 10, and so on. All right, so I, it's the name of our variable, and let it be 1. All right, now let's go inside our update function. Let's print it, print our I variable, and let our I increase every frame. Save. Go back to our project. All right, so what do we see? We have the next number each frame. Our variable becomes bigger every frame. So the movement of non-physics objects, timers, and the detention of input, these are just a few things that are usually done in update function. But pay attention, this function is not called on a regular timeline. If one frame takes longer to process than the next one, then the time between update calls will be different. That's why I want to tell you about fixed update function. This function is called on a regular timeline. Update function runs once per frame, while fixed update function can run once, 0, or several times per frame, depending on how many physics frames per second are set in the time settings and how fast or slow the frame rate is. This function is used for regular updates, such as adjacent physics objects.